Good morning, everybody. We'll get started here in a minute. Good morning. Let's take a look at the charts. I just put out a signal for a long trade on gold. I'm targeting the 1238 level. This is a little bit longer term trade. And actually, I put on too big of a size in my initial one. On this demo account, I don't know how my lot sizes work very well, so I had too big of size. So I have a few trades on here. One is a little too big, so my stop is down here at 1176. So I had to just bring up that stop. I'm going to see on the demo account, see if I get lucky if it runs a little bit. That stop is right here below this low. It'll probably get tagged, so I still want to close it out. But I did add on 3 smaller positions that I'm going to scale out of if price does eventually go in my favor, with a stop down at 1176. So we'll kind of see what happens today on this, and possibly into next week. My thought on this is I'm bullish gold. I want to go higher on gold. I think the dollar is breaking down. We're coming up, retesting this area. I think dollar is coming down into these levels, down to the 92.75, 80 level. So I think this is just kind of a retracement up to flush out some shorts. We came right down. We took out some liquidity here, and I would like to see kind of an aggressive move up from here. I don't think it needs to come back down into this level here. If it does, this trade's probably not good, but I am looking at this a little bit longer term. So I'll open that stop a little bit. Actually, I want price to come up higher into these levels, but right now I think if we can get a trade back up into here, that'd be a really nice trade. Going against the grain, price still might come down and get these levels, but if it comes down to our stop, it's probably going to go lower. So that's what I'm looking at. Gold, longer term. Let's see, I got 1193, I think, is a signal I put out. I'm just going to take out that original stop. Don't worry about that. I do have other positions on that I'm looking for to bring out at these highs, around 1210 or so. I'll take out a little bit. Up here at 1220, I'll take out more, and then I'll let the rest run to 1238 if we get up into those levels. And I'm really actually not opposed to scaling into this a little bit more. If price does come down, I might take some more at these lows down here. I might buy some, and even down into the 1180 level, I might buy some there too, and slowly work into a little bit larger position for if I do get prices down into here and we start working back above this 1208, I will hold this for much longer than these levels here. So that's my gold forecast right now. It's definitely bearish right now, but with my thought on dollar trying to get down into these levels, what will cancel is if dollar breaks above this gap here and starts trading higher, that trade's obviously going to be no good. And intraday, I'm actually looking at a bounce on euro, looking for a possible long. Let's get rid of gold for right now. Pound's coming down. Get rid of pound too. S&P we'll talk about in a little bit. So let's take a look at dollar. Came right up to my 93.80 level that I was looking at. So I wouldn't mind seeing some sort of a retracement from the dollar here. That would help out our gold position too. So we'll just kind of wait and see. Watch price a little bit this morning and see if we can get an opportunity to get long on the euro with a some bullish movement or bearish movement on the dollar. But it's looking pretty strong right now, so we'll just have to wait for see if we get something fairly strong as far as a rejection. And then we'll look for a retest on it. S&P is ripping higher. We had a really strong move yesterday and this week. Into Monday, it came down, took out some liquidity, and it's been moving upwards since. Yesterday was the day I wanted to get into this. There was some opportunity down here, but I was hoping during the New York session we would have dipped down below into these levels here, this 2905 or so, and that's really where I wanted to get in, and it just never gave an opportunity to retrace on that and head higher. It just kind of consolidated and boom, shot up. So, and this was overnight. So even in the New York session, it was up in this area, I believe. If I remember correctly, what time was this at? Yeah, it was right in here during the open. So it just kind of took off. So that was unfortunate. But it's still going up. This is September contract. Let's get rid of this because this is not good data anymore. I'm looking for the December contract. Let's see what I can find in here. Why didn't this one update? My other platform updated. All right. I'm going to pause this for a minute. I'll see if I cancel out of that and restart it up here. See if those contracts will fill, if it updates this. So we have all sorry guys, I just noticed that the charts aren't updating on this platform, so it's kind of hard to, here we go. There we go. We'll get rid of September contract, and we're on December, and the dollar's December contract. Okay. There, gold, take out that. It didn't take out that stop yet. Okay. So, oh, now I don't have any levels on here, but we're going higher. We're probably going to go to 3,000 would be my guess. Kind of uncharted territory here, which is fine. Still looking for bullish prices. We just have to go down. I wouldn't be trading this today, but next week, Monday, Tuesday, we look for some sort of a move down. I mean, today, the only trade I would look for possibly is these highs right here. If we reject these highs that we're making, like you could possibly play a fake breakout here and come down and target some lows. But I'm not seeing that right now. The Dow is moving down a little bit. So, time is it? 10 minutes into the open. Yeah, I would wait. I mean, you'd be buying the highs or selling the highs right now, which is okay, but you put your stop right here and your risk reward would be really good, but it's just not a high probability trade at this point. You want this to break down and then come back up. But if you are looking for something and you want to give it a shot, you could sell here. Let's do a demo. So this is, will you even let me do this? Oh. No, it won't let me do that. Anyway, you could sell here. Your stop would have to be above. And this is pretty risky. I would think that you have a really good chance of getting knocked out of this trade. But you could target these lows. That's a really nice risk reward opportunity. And if it goes through that aggressively, I mean, you might as well hold it down into the 29.20 level if you have more than one position on. But I would wait until it breaks down a little bit on this, because it's too bullish, and why go against that grain unless you really are confident in it, which I would not be. But if it I rejects this strongly, it could go down quite a ways. So I would just be a waiting game on the S&P. As far as buying it, yeah, hard to buy it right now. Unless you want to buy these candles and look for a push up aggressively above these highs, which it has a higher probability doing than breaking down right now. That gold is just hanging on. That's funny. I thought that would be taken out. So let's watch dollar is still plowing through there. So we may have to wait on that. These are all 5-minute charts here. I'm just Friday. I'm just kind of looking for possibly a scalp if I can get one. So I'd be looking for a possible buy on euro. I need it to kind of break above this level here. Probably 1740. I need it above there and come back down, and then I'd be looking for a scalp. Just if you want to scalp some pips, we would have 30 pips up into here, and then your stop would be down here. But we need some sort of a push off of this before that's even something I would look at. Gold, that's coming off there. We'll move this stop, so I don't want to take a loss on this because my lot size was too big. So I'll probably be taken out for a small loss or break even. But my other positions will stay on. And I'm just waiting for this to be taken out to put in my stop loss. But I really like this. These are a couple equal lows I was looking at earlier in this week. And it came down nicely and grabbed them. So, you know what? Let's put that stop loss down here. Just keep it there. See if we get lucky. It's not like it needs to come back down below this low, but it easily could come back to that entry right there. This is what's the last $70 on this account, which is kind of actually a lot on this account right now. But what do we have on it? $100 profit right now. Did that show? There. It's above that level. Let's see if it lets us buy. Might just be over leveraged on this. So let's buy euro. Let's target around there. Put a stop down here. Just a little scalp. Really, I don't want and price. I mean, it's kind of equal lows here, but I don't want price to really even close below this 1740 level. I just want to push price up. This is a higher risk trade, but I mean, you're not risking a lot to gain. You're probably 3 to 1 on this, but it's a low probability trade, is what I guess I'm trying to say. So watch this for a little bit. If you're just joining us, some of the things we're looking at, just looking for a possible scalp back up in this level on the Euro US dollar. Um, this is a low probability trade, but we have a low risk and decent reward on it. So we'll take a look, see how that goes. I'm just looking for a dollar to push back down. I was hoping that this is just a run and we get a push back down and continue on the bearish side on the dollar. So we're just trying to catch a little bit here if we can. And then also gold. We looked at price coming down into this liquidity pool and reject. So I'm looking for a longer term higher prices on gold, which would help if the dollar starts breaking down. So that's what we're looking at this morning. And for my gold trade, longer term, we got stopped on 1176 and targets at these levels here, 1208 or 1210, 1220, and 1240 or so. Possibly, if we get a really nice strong rejection, this could go a little bit further, and I'd be holding it for a little bit longer price. But we're just in consolidation. We'll see if this is going to break down further. If it comes down to these levels, I might add to this position, and my stop would stay where it's at. And if we get a nice rejection, I'll add it on the way up too, so we could possibly build into a strong long-term position on this. But right now, it's way too early to tell. We're just trying to catch a little bit and see what happens on this. In the meantime, we're just looking for a little scalps here on a Friday. Scalp the dollar up 30, 40 pips on this if possible. All right, guys. So it's 9 o'clock. I'll just reiterate kind of what we're looking at this morning. On the euro, I'm actually looking at this as a pullback, and I'm looking for higher prices. So on a Friday, if this was earlier in the week, I would probably hold this a little longer. But since I'm just kind of tinkering around, looking for just to move up to, let's see, got 30 pips up to the 1775 level, somewhere in there. And got a pretty tight stop on this. This could actually come down a little bit lower, and that would be a better entry. But since it's Friday and kind of looking for something to do, I'm just looking for this scalp here. It's not a high probability trade at this point, but we have a low risk and about 3-to-1 reward on it. And the dollar, I'm looking for that to reject this consolidation and head lower still. It broke down, came up, retesting. So we'll see if we can get a push down on this. And then gold, same thing. We came down, took out some liquidity, and I'm looking for higher prices on this. So I'll let that be for Friday. You can watch those positions and see how it works out. This euro position for a scalp going against the grain. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down and sweeps these lows today and then heads up. You just be careful of that if you are wagering demo money on this. Gold, you can almost put your stop at break even on this. I would hold it. I don't think if it goes lower than this, it's gonna probably go a little bit lower. But at our entry at 11.93, price easily could come back down to that and retest it. So I would just leave stop down below here for that short term one. If you have a bigger position, or if you're planning on kind of getting in a smaller position, working your way into it, you keep your stop down here at 11.76. All right, guys, you guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.